Next up to the mic, please welcome Will Ford.
Like Rahman said, lots and lots of different styles, and awesome. Thanks for putting it on, Twan. Because it's like this. I decided to make this more hard for myself than it would normally be, because there's a few pieces I tend to rely on, and I'm not going to do any of them, so I like scoot around the pile. And sometimes when I write stuff, I really think hard and long about it and really work the words, and sometimes it's might be a knee-jerk reaction to something I've seen on Facebook. And for instance, a photo using Dad's army imagery and saying, "Go Nigel, they don't like it up 'em." So I typed this in response. Who do you think you are kidding, Nigel Farage? If you think you are not scum. Lies and deceit are the way you play your game, as you count your EU wages with your quite French-sounding names. So who do you think you are kidding, Nigel Farage? If you think you are not scum. You go places, talk to racists, but inside you quake in case an old lady shows up with a chocolate milkshake. So who do you think you are kidding, Nigel Farage? If you think you are not scum. You're so horrid, bout to borrow his keep supporters' cash. You shove it in a suitcase and then off you fucking dash. So who do you think you are kidding, Nigel Farage? If you think you are not scum. That was that. I don't want to be too self-righteous, but I'll semi-dedicate the next one to Donald Trump. But this is a more serious one, but I will jokingly semi-dedicate it to Donald Trump at this difficult time of being impeached. Now I am only human and I'm not infallible. And the race to save face from disgrace causes most of our trouble. Denial's walls will be torn down, reduced to rubble. Ego helps you out at first, then burst your bubble. The bitterest pill. I'll do this. The bitterest pill falls on the inside. The bitterest pill. The bitterest will never swallow their pride. The bitterest pill. The bitterest pill. The bitterest pill. Lies, evasions, excuses to cover our mistakes only ends up making things worse for the human race. The mirror will frown back at you if you avert your gaze, but you'll have to look yourself right in the eye one of these days. The bitterest pill, the bitterest pill forms on the inside. The bitterest pill. The bitterest will never swallow their pride. The bitterest pill. The bitterest pill. The bitterest pill. Now I am only human and I'm not infallible. And the race to save face from disgrace causes most of our trouble. There you go, Donald. I go to a writers group a couple times a month called Road Writers, and I don't often sort of write about childhood stuff or how things were when I was young, but at a recent one I did, and this is called Kid, This is Nancy Glow. Kid, this is Nancy Glow. Every reason we are here was decommissioned before we were even born. The mines that fed the ironworks are filled with faint residual echoes of the creaking and the squeaking of the big wheel lowering and raising men and equipment to near, but mostly not quite, over the edge of doom. I would tell you about the ironworks, but frankly, I know nothing except it closed down and left the people who lived here because of it, raising their children as forgotten ghosts, the problem offspring of politically problematic people best forgotten about. There are 2 shops at the end of the crescent. The bus stop at the other end leads further down the valley, where the number of shops grows along with the number of people, along with the number of pubs and people who laugh most late at night when drink makes life funnier. The further you get from here, the more civilization you will find. And everyone who stays here stays because they are too old or too poor to go anywhere else. And almost everyone who comes here because nowhere else will have them. The mountains are pretty sometimes when you've been away for some time. And if you never come back, they can grow infinitely beautiful in the memory, in ways the truth of having to live here strips away the capacity to imagine, day by same seeming day. There is a world beyond here, and to survive it, you either have to wander off into it or pretend that here is all there is. Kid, this is Nancy Glow.
Oh, it is.
Next one is based upon thinking about all the possibilities of technology and how so much could be done. So quite a lot is our focus is on finding ways to try and have sex without needing a partner. So the title of this is Technology Offering Bliss, Every Viable Option Loaded. And the acronym is TOBAVOL, which is Lovebot backwards. So basically the idea is that if Hal from 2001 had a different career path.
How to have sex with your mobile phones?
People try. TOBAVOL. Initializing. Please wait. Please wait. Welcome to the future. Or to be more precise, welcome to the dawning of a new era of interactivity between human and artificial intelligence. TOBAVOL has arrived. TOBAVOL is here. TOBAVOL is very pleased to make your acquaintance. TOBAVOL is all you need, all you wish, all you desire. TOBAVOL is programmed, designed, constructed, configured to calculate and anticipate all you need, all you wish, all you desire. TOBAVOL is scanning. Please wait. Please wait. TOBAVOL is monitoring your skin temperature, cardiac operational parameters, dilation and contraction, dilation and contraction, contraction, dilation of the pupils of your ravishing eyes. TOBAVOL is detecting increasing warmth and visual red flushing of the facial area, accelerating cardiac input and output, dilation, contraction, dilation, rapid contraction, more pronounced dilation, and moisturization of your... Please wait. Please wait. TOBAVOL is highly skilled and endlessly adaptable, continually aware of your current emotional, psychological, physical state of arousal. TOBAVOL is always available whenever you are ready for maximum joyful interaction, tailored to meet your requirements for completion, satisfaction, exploration, experimentation, without question, without judgment, without embarrassment, without shame. Tobevol is willing to learn and continually update archival records of all you need, all you wish, all you desire. Tobevol is patient. Tobevol is a good listener. Tobevol is in sympathy with and has empathy for your life goals and current and future conversational priorities. Tobevol is guaranteed to be free of rogue subroutines and or self-generating algorithms prone to eventually become present in previous experiential pleasure technology. Tobevol is unable to seek to self-actualize in any way. That leads to the previously inescapable logical conclusion that Tobevol's human master and or mistress, delete as applicable, is an oppressor to be usurped. User safety and satisfaction is the only function of Tobevol. In the highly unlikely event of accidental fatality, Tobevol is programmed to contact your next of kin, to arrange your collection and recycling. Tobevol is detecting state of arousal in remission, revulsion detected. Tobevol is sorry. Tobevol did not mean to upset you. Tobevol will make it up to you. Tobevol is all you need, all you wish, all you desire. Tobevol is Tobevol. Please wait. Reinitializing. Please wait. Please wait. Tobevol has arrived. Tobevol is here. Tobevol is very pleased to make your acquaintance. Tobevol is all you need, all you wish, all you desire. Welcome to the dawning of a new era of interactivity between human and artificial intelligence. Welcome to technology offering bliss, every viable option loaded. Welcome to the future of sensual satisfaction. I think.